We are back here on the morning show, and before we get to our first guest, big thanks to Grand Mountain Bank, your hometown bank. They have 4 locations across Grand County. They do a wonderful job. They're locally owned and operated. Stop in for your loan and banking needs all over, grandmountainbank.com. Check them out on their website and learn all you need to know. My first guest is a very special guest, Emily Tracy, who is running for District 8 state representation on the Democratic side.
Correct. Good morning. Good to see you, Ryan.
How's your summer been?
It's been so busy. I don't know where it's gone, but yeah, it's been very good.
That's what I say that every year, and I spend 13 summers now, and I said again, it's August already. I've done nothing, and there's snow on the peaks, and yet I should know better.
I was going to say, you just had a dusting last week, right, on the peaks here. I don't think we've had that on the 10-mile range.
And you live in Breckenridge, so you are coming from Summit County.
Correct.
And District 8 is a massive district.
It is.
You got your hands full.
The short way to describe it is that it goes north from Breckenridge to Wyoming and west to Utah and skips over Eagle County. So it's 7 counties in northwest Colorado.
An incredible amount of real estate.
Yeah,
and an incredibly diverse amount of population. You've got some pretty urban Denver second homeowners all the way up to big-time ranchers out west.
Right. There's really quite a lot of diversity there. It's ranching, it's agriculture, it's tourism, it's ski areas. It's energy development, particularly in western Garfield and Rio Blanco counties. So it's a little bit of everything. But I think there's some things that unite us too. Like we all live west of the Divide, and so a lot of those front range west of the Divide issues apply to this district, very much so.
So you lived in Canyon City. You've been a Colorado resident now for almost 40 years.
Time. Who's counting, right?
Yeah,
Since the mid-'60s.
I mean, you can actually probably claim you're a Colorado local. I still feel like 13. I'm still a long-term tourist from Wisconsin. But,
there you go.
I think you're almost legit now.
Yeah, I came out to Colorado to go to college, and that was it.
Oh,
and so who wants to go back to Missouri or wherever after that? So yeah.
Oh, good for you.
Been here since
and so you
then.
moved to Breckenridge. Is that because do you ski?
Well, actually, long story, but the short version is I lived in Canyon City in south central Colorado for years, and then met my current husband when I was campaigning for the state house in 2002. And we met at a chamber mixer in Salida, and that was kind of the beginning of our long-term relationship, and we got married at Loveland Ski Area in 2005.
Oh, wow.
So that's what brought me to Breckenridge. He'd been there for some years before that.
So do you ski?
I did for a number of years, but never very well, and haven't in the last few years.
So what do you love about living in the mountains? Now that you're in Breckenridge,
everything.
No knock on Canyon City, but Breckenridge is a fantastic town.
Well, the weather. And, my husband and I love snow. We still shovel snow. One of these days, maybe we got to hire that out or something. But we love the weather, and the summers are gorgeous, and spring and fall. We love the mountains. So no matter what we do, I'm sure we'll stay in the mountains, if not just stay in Breckenridge.
So like everyone, we move here to be outside of our house and to enjoy our free time in life. So what would make you want to run for District 8 House representative?
Well, I'll tell you, first involvement in politics came back in the late 70s, early 80s for me when I lived in Canyon City. I was involved in some community issues down there, a lot of controversy around a uranium mill that operated near Canyon City. And I also worked part-time for a newspaper for a couple of years. So I was covering city council meetings, county commissioner meetings, school board meetings, and I finally decided that I wanted one of the chairs those folks were sitting in. So I ran for city council in Canyon City and beat an incumbent when I first ran, and then ran for re-election and won by a landslide. So served 8 years on the city council.
8 years
there.
in the city council. So
Yeah.
politics
So
and having your voice heard is not anything new to you.
Exactly. And it's, I learned early on in that experience that being in elective office is both serving as a leader and a follower. It's just this wonderful blend between the two where you're a leader, you're viewed as a leader, and you lead on a lot of issues, but at the same time you have to understand your constituents and what they're wanting, and trying to balance, what you think is important and what they think is important.
Balance is definitely a very key word in that role. We're going to need to take a quick break, and we'll come back and kind of dig a little deeper into some of the things you're looking to accomplish by running. Once again, we're hanging out with Emily Tracy, who is running on the Democratic ticket for State House representation?
State Senate.
State Senate, I'm sorry. So State Senate this November. We'll be back in a moment.
Middle Park Medical Center is your hometown provider for family care and surgical services. We are committed to providing the best care for every person, mind, body, and spirit. Our team is committed to making our community a healthy place to live, work, and raise a family. Middle Park Medical Center, keeping life grand.